May and drop it
Um,
right there.
Assessor to make a comment regarding the parts of the park that are going to be, constructed on is not necessarily dog park area. That's
It's not-
why,
It's also not the area we're gonna.
We don't fly over there.
well, more of your area is that, so I think that your best shot here is to accept the fact that we want, that perhaps we can give you an extension to give you time to look for
Yes.
places, but it is going to
Let's
happen.
take it.
I mean,
Take the
providing everyone
extension.
votes that way, it is gonna happen, that it's not going to be an acceptable, hobby to have down there. But I still think it's reasonable to look at extending this ordinance out, and to not take an effect until, the day that Chris Esser says construction is going to begin.
This is hard from an ordinance standpoint, we need to figure
Well,
a date.
well, I know,
Maybe ask
but-
Chris could again, maybe what date he anticipates construction.
Come on up, Chris. And then Ms. Land, if you can comment on.
Sure. And Mayor, members of the council, it'd be fairly simple to do, and when the park's gonna be shut down, it'll be shut down to vehicular traffic. So we have the capacity to close the gates at Bryant Avenue at the bridge. Everybody at that point will know the park is closed. So if the city council is willing to give an extension until that point in time it happens, I cannot tell you an exact date tonight. We have our pre-construction meeting this Thursday, we'll know more then. But probably the easiest way to do it, when those gates close, there'll be signage on there saying, park's closed.
Ms. Land, and then Councilmember Rock.
Your Honor, you certainly can delay the effective date of this ordinance. Another option is to wait until they have the construction meeting to find out more information, as Mr. Esser said. So you could kick this over to your next meeting, and then.
So continue it to the next meeting and see what we've got.
And one thing too, we don't fly until after business hours, and they're always done driving the trucks then. When we start flying, they're already gone, when we get down there.
But if the gates are
We'll
closed, I
still
mean, that's a
let you
natural,
Yeah.
we won't be
Yeah.
going in there
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
so it'd be a natural time for us.
I just have a comment. That's still, a question. We've had people up there flying airplanes, and I guess this ordinance isn't just for proposed flying, it's the whole community that we're talking about. That you can't fly on the Holy Park, you can't fly on the football field, they're just gone bye-bye. So you are better to look for, as Gloria said, contacting the county and getting on the ground so you get the rules that you want, the hours you want, help in the planning of it instead of now. I do have a question. Why didn't you hear of this until the aunt called someone?
Actually, I found it, I was searching something on the internet looking for, something with the Parks and Rec, and I stumbled on this on the South St. Paul website. I think most people didn't find out about it until last night on the news, most of us.
Channel 5?
I sent an email to the local hobby store owner, and, he called a few people as well, so,
See, and
I
I
just don't
can
think
say
it
you
was.
can't plead ignorance
Yeah.
because it's been out there.
I'm not,
So, I mean, that you, your
We
whole
just-
group I'm talking about.
well, we had no
Read the
reason to
papers,
think we
listen
would
to the
have to look
TVs,
for.
listen to the radios, and so you have some background.
We were flying
But
down
we're
there
there
before the
every
dogs
single
were there.
night.
Yeah.
And we
Yes.
never,
It was
no
mud.
complaints.
Wait, do we have a motion on this? We would have to withdraw the motion then.
Well, let me ask, if we can do a friendly amendment to it.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that this will work, or did I make the motion? I can't remember. Okay, great. I would like to offer a friendly amendment to select the date of June 1st or the date the gates close, whichever is first,
And can we get council's opinion on this? Is it,
if that's
will
possible.
that work? Okay.
I hate to see I have to come back to another meeting, so.
You don't want us here, do you?
No, I like having you here.
Thank you.
It's always interesting.
It's past some people's bedtime.
I'll second.
Yeah.
Well, the friendly
Well, it was a
amendment.
friendly amendment. Is it accepted by the maker and the seconder?
I should at least be here in the paper, correct?
All right.
You know what? I
Yeah,
I'm
I know you,
I
exactly.
did well on teamwork recently, so.
We're gonna be out of here pretty
Trying
quick
to keep
anyway.
working on that, but
Can you give us
if I could just say a few
June
comments.
1st.
You know, the comment on time and place, another was saying that there's a time and place for all things. And unfortunately, for those of you that want to fly airplanes, it's quite evident that the time has passed for that to continue down there. And this is an interesting issue for me because my dad has flown model airplanes down there for years. He's now not a resident anymore, he's moved out, but he enjoyed his, time down there flying the model airplanes. He's got friends that do it, and I'm sure, you know, some of his friends that he flies with, you know, they might not be too happy with me supporting, that we need to stop having the airplanes flying down there. But with the new park master plan, with the referendum passing, I think it is appropriate. And sitting on the Parks and Rec Commission, I can tell you, I don't think there was any opposition. I think it was unanimous that the Parks and Rec Commission felt that it was in the best interest of the community and the park system to prohibit having the airplanes flying there. And I know that's probably difficult for some of you to hear, but hopefully you'll look for other alternative options, in, whether it's here in Dakota County or nearby Washington County, to go and enjoy your time in those places. So, I know change can be hard for some people, but, it is time for change.
Can I ask just one question?
Yep, please come to the microphone.
The way this was written out, it was much more than just flying down here at the park. It was.
Everybody.
Dakota County was the way I read it, kind of, is that
We
right?
can only pass a law for.
So we're just.
I mean, it was a wide area, what was ever in there.
The whole city, yeah.
The whole
So
city.
it's fine.
Well, there's not big enough space other than down there, right?
You know, yeah, there is.
I agree with Todd. We knew that the time was, the clock was ticking on the development of the park. And to be honest, if the ordinance would have been to ban airplanes from any of the ball field parks, we all completely understand there's not room for airplanes and ball fields and kids, right? I get it. Egan's done that. Almost every one of their parks that has a field, a soccer field, a ball field, signs are posted. We go to parks, we've gone to some other parks in Egan where they're just open field parks, right, and it's still allowed. Or on off, off times of year, like when there's no soccer going on, they let you use the soccer field areas. But I totally understand that. We knew the clock was ticking. Again, thank you for listening to us and giving us at least an option. We appreciate it, and hopefully this works for everybody.
Okay.
I'm Joanne May. One thing I just wanted to say too is that we talk to the police all the time. We've been very friendly. We've never been told there was complaints. We pick up the litter. We have people stop with their kids, and I'm just saying, so we understand this time was gonna end. I guess it was frustrating too to hear that there were so many supposed complaints and how belligerent and all these things had happened when the group that we are with has never happened.
Probably none of you.
So that's all I'm saying too. We just wanted to say we have tried to be very respectful.
And we knew that there was a core group that was there, but there were also other people that came.
Yeah.
And we understand that. But we do appreciate that you're giving us this little bit of time so we can. But I just want to make that clear too, that as far as we know, it was a friendly situation. Thank you.
And, again, communication could have been better. I guess we didn't realize you guys didn't know about it.
When the gates closed, we're done.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what we got here right now?
We're trying to.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So we have a motion, a second, and an amendment. Kristen, please call the roll.
Lally?
Yes.
Hanson?
Yes.
Podgorski?
Yes.
Rothiger?
Yes.
Seaver?
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes?
68 Goddard.
Thank you, motion passes. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay.